Orleans Saints are at odds of 57-1 to win Super Bowl 52. They're at 24-1 odds to win the NFC and at 4.5-1 odds to win the NFC South. Their season win total for 2017 is set at 8 games. After finishing 7-9 last season, the New Orleans Saints missed the postseason for the third straight year. Offensively, they have remained a juggernaut, averaging 29.3 points per game. In fact, the Saints have scored over 400 points in 5 consecutive seasons, so why have they failed to produce postseason success? Their defense has been an embarrassment in the NFL. Last season, the Saints gave up 28.4 points per game. During their playoff years, the Saints hadn't given up 400 points in any season. Unfortunately, opponents have scored over 420 points in 4 of the last 5 years. In each of the 4 regular season failures, the Saints finished with a 7-9 record. The Saints gave up 4,380 passing yards and 27 touchdowns, while forcing just 9 interceptions. Meanwhile, Drew Brees threw for 5,074 yards, 38 touchdowns, and 15 interceptions. Clearly, the Saints' games turned into an aerial show last season. With a total set at 8 games for 2017, the Saints seem like a long shot to make the playoffs. Guard Jari Evans left the Saints and joined the Green Bay Packers. Drew Brees was only sacked 27 times, so any changes in the offensive line could shake things up. However, the Saints have a plan to enhance the offensive line this fall. Evans is an older veteran looking for a sure bet to make the playoffs. They also lost guard Tim Lelito and left tackle Tony Hills from their offensive lineman group. Running back Tim Hightower signed with the San Francisco 49ers for 1 year. Defensively, the Saints lost Kasim Edebali to the Denver Broncos, so they have to find new guys to reconfigure the defense. Keep in mind the Saints traded second leading wide receiver Brandon Cooks to the New England Patriots for the number 32 pick. The Saints did gain a couple of division rivals. Linebacker A.J. Klein and wide receiver Ted Ginn Jr. look to provide the Saints with much-needed depth in their respective positions. The Saints also signed guard Larry Warford to a 4-year deal. Warford spent his first 4 NFL seasons with the Detroit Lions. He started at least 13 games at right guard in each season. With the renewed focus on the running game, Warford is critical to the Saints' success. Their most famous signing came when Adrian Peterson joined the team on a 2-year, $7 million deal. This is a worthy gamble for both sides. Peterson has been injured in recent seasons, and 32-year-old running backs typically fall off by now. However, the Saints are looking for one stellar season from the future Hall of Fame running back. Tight end Clay Harbor also joins the Saints offense as well. Brees has 2 new quarterbacks in the room. Former backup Chase Daniel is back with the Saints, while Ryan Nassib is also vying for a roster spot. Last up, the Saints added Manti Te'o and Alex Okafor to their linebacking core. The New Orleans Saints have 5 games against playoff teams from last season. They play the Atlanta Falcons twice in 10 days towards the end of the season. However, it's the start of the season that seems to be of the utmost importance. Adrian Peterson has a homecoming in his first game of the season. Then the Saints host the Super Bowl champions in Week 2. Their third game is a divisional road contest while they travel across the ocean to play in Week 4. If the Saints get off to a slow start to the season, they may be out of the running for the postseason just 1 month into the season. The offensive moves will be highlighted throughout the year. However, it's the defensive improvement the Saints need most to make it to the postseason. Without a better defense, the Saints will fall in around 8 wins again, behind a potent offense, so the win total could go either way. But over or under, it's unlikely we'll see the Saints in the postseason.